action-packed and one of the most talented young athletes in the world today, a truly international star, is Jason "The Gift" Kincaid.
His opponent,
the future of the industry, not just the future of Pittsburgh, the future of the entire professional wrestling business, the apex of combat.
he is Tiger Style, Moriarty.
The Gift versus the apex of combat is a matchup that has had Pittsburgh buzzing since it was announced several weeks ago.
That's right. I've said it from the day I very first saw this young man. Lee Moriarty is going to be money in this business.
Jason "The Gift" Kincaid has competed quite literally around the globe. For DDT in Japan, from Canada to Mexico to all across the United States. Kincaid has competed in WWE rings, Impact Wrestling rings, Ring of Honor rings, and now here in the Ryse ring.
But this is going to be, without a doubt, Lee's toughest test to date. As you said, this man's extensive background, traveling the world, success everywhere he's gone. In the apex of combat, fall the Gift.
Lee Moriarty has expressed on several occasions that his goal in professional wrestling is to become an international name. Right now, he is going to have an international test because, quite frankly, Kincaid has been where Moriarty wants to be. How will the apex of combat measure up to this test as he continues to maintain control of the arm here? Kincaid rolls through. Amazing agility. Poetry in motion is the Gift Kincaid. And a little mind games as well.
Yeah, Lee Moriarty has definitely got his work cut out for him tonight.
Kincaid, I believe, 15-year veteran, despite being still in his young years. He is so talented, so seasoned, so polished, and that's why he has performed in literally every major promotion at some time or another in the United States today. Lee looking for a way out and does so. You can see the physical chess match developing in front of us, Paul.
Yeah, this is going to take every bit of Lee Moriarty's experience so far in his business to try and go one-on-one with Jason "The Gift" Kincaid. Lee's going to have to pull out.
Back heel trim. And you want to talk about a physical struggle. Kincaid was one, maybe two steps ahead, suckered Moriarty into that Cobra twist. And a can you top this of sorts, Paul?
Without a doubt, wow.
Lucha pass into the arm drag. Just beautiful, truly pretty to watch. Such agility and such skill from these two talented athletes. A pleasure to call this one.
Unbelievable what we're witnessing here tonight before us. Now an extended friendship there, sportsmanship by Jason Kincaid.
Oh, man. Kincaid, I believe, suckered the young Moriarty in.
Yeah, unfortunately, no, we're spoiled. Wow. Yeah, we're spoiled quite some time by seeing young Lee Moriarty from his beginnings here, but we tend to forget Lee has not been in the business less than 5 years. Kincaid, 15. He's able to play those mind games, but Lee's coming back strong now.
The apex of combat, so dynamic inside those ring rooms. And you want to talk about wisdom beyond his years, Moriarty using the forearm to the face in that pinfall predicament to make it just a little more difficult for Kincaid to escape.
Yeah, and I tell you what, I think Kincaid may have awoken the sleeping giant inside Moriarty right now.
He may have awoken the Black Dragon, who is wrenching away with the Fujiwara armbar. And Paul, you know why we saw that aggression from Jason Kincaid? I'm going to tell you right now. Because as we said, everyone's been talking about this matchup. Kincaid is not about to let Moriarty make his name at Kincaid's expense.
Oh, that's right. He always want to be considered the underdog in this match. He's
a stepping stone for someone else.
Exactly.
Kincaid is still on the upswing himself. Kincaid still has places to go himself. He's not going to allow Moriarty the press, the prestige of a victory. Dangerous situation here as Moriarty went crashing to the apron, and some showboating, some bravado from Kincaid, who uses the momentum to stomp down. No wasted motion, a sign of a true pro is Jason Kincaid.
And you notice the way he rode Moriarty all the way down to the floor, creating as much punishment as humanly possible.
And Paul, if you're Moriarty, how do you mentally adjust as this matchup progresses? Because this is the international test for Moriarty.
Well, Lee's going to have to dig down deep here. I mean, this guy is unlike anybody Lee has faced yet to date.
This is an international standard. As we said, Kincaid's been to Canada, Mexico, Japan, all across the United States. This is the international test for Moriarty.
That's right. Lee is going to have to show everybody right here tonight that he deserves to be on that level. A loss to Kincaid tonight is going to set back that plan of Moriarty's.
In some ways, this will be a sign of if Moriarty has what it takes to get where he wants to be. Beautiful step up, Ron. Almost effortless. And the Black Dragon clutching his neck, clutching the back of his head.
Yeah, let's not forget, Lee has had some neck injuries in the past.
Absolutely. His very physical matchup with Doe just 2 weeks ago. Doe was working on the neck. Moriarty shoots him off here. Reversed by Kincaid. Interception with the sweeper. And that is a sign of a high ring IQ. These two have been exchanging fast-paced maneuvers. Kincaid switches the momentum completely.
Sure, and how ironic would it be if after all those high-paced, high-pitched, high-risk maneuvers, Lee Moriarty succumbs to a basic sleeper hold. Lee showing he's going nowhere just yet.
Moriarty finds a way to extricate himself. And Paul, this thing's been so fast, so furious, and so physical as Kincaid kicks Moriarty in the kidneys. That is just nasty.
It's just been astronomical that these guys have been able to go at this pace this long and not really slow up one bit.
That's a sign of a veteran presence. Moriarty expecting a right hand against a left hand to the face. And Kincaid is showing, despite the beautiful agility, all the maneuvers, he can be downright nasty. Kincaid trying to spring off the ropes. Moriarty putting on the brakes, but has to absorb another strike from Kincaid. Up and over goes Lee. High kick. What momentum! Double stomp down on the collarbones.
He caught him square with those. Now the Black Dragon's digging down deep.
Kincaid counters out. Back elbow stuns Moriarty.
This has been move and counter move for about 5-10 minutes now. These guys have not slowed down one bit.
And Moriarty plants the gift. Who escapes? Paul, we've said this is quite figuratively and literally an international test for Moriarty. What does the international experience speak to that? How does that international experience benefit Jason Kincaid coming into a matchup like this?
Well, you can watch tape and train like the international stars do in Japan and Mexico and Canada, but if you're not actually there learning underneath them, which is what Kincaid has done, that's the difference here between Lee and Jason Kincaid. Lee has watched all the tape. He has studied the styles, he's mimicked the styles, but he's never actually trained on it. He has trained in Mexico, but not in Japan. So Kincaid has a huge advantage actually being in those dojos and training.
Nothing like hands-on experience, you might say.
Exactly.
But here is some of that Japanese influence as Moriarty is twisting and contorting the arm.
Look at the pain etched on Kincaid's face.
It was that same maneuver that dislocated Sherwy Doe's elbow.
He's going for it again.
A few weeks ago.
Kincaid able to find that rope though.
Again, high ring IQ and ring generalship from Kincaid, knowing where he was and knowing the fastest way to extricate himself from that submission predicament.
That's it. That's the
high
experience.
level thinking inside those ring ropes.
That's the experience advantage there. Always knowing where you are inside that ring.
And again, so resourceful is Kincaid. You can always see the wheels turning from Kincaid.
He's thinking 2, 3, 4 moves ahead with each and every position.
Look out.
Oh, my.
Elevated Michinoku driver. I've never seen that.
And Kincaid is beside himself. He cannot believe Moriarty got out of that.
And now we're going to see how bad Moriarty wants it, because he's going to have to dig down and fight through some pain at this juncture of the matchup. Look out.
Oh, look out. He turned that into a sleeper hold right away. Once again, sinking that sleeper hold in on Moriarty.
Moriarty is right in the center of the ring. He's on an island. And what the hell do you call that?
I don't know, but he's using Lee's own arm against him.
Almost a standing straitjacket choke. And you can see Moriarty fighting with a sense of urgency. He knew he had to get out of that one. He wasn't going to survive long there. Missed by Kincaid. Counter from Moriarty, who elevates himself up. Double stomp down on that arm. That same arm that Moriarty's been working on since the start of this matchup. Lateral press. Right into Fujiwara.
Yes, that's it. He was able to turn that kick out into the submission hold. And now, once again, Lee wrenching on the arm, wrenching on the fingers now.
Bending the digits of Kincaid.
Kincaid, though, able to roll out of it.
Roll through, shoulders down. Notice how Kincaid's defensive wrestling translated into offensive wrestling.
And almost using Moriarty's own momentum against him.
And again, working on that neck.
Yeah, but I think that also took a lot out of his own arm to execute that maneuver.
Paul, this matchup had a lot of hype coming into it, but I think we're seeing it live up to that and more.
Oh, without a doubt, this match is everything it was advertised.
Shoulders down. And immediately Kincaid transitioning to a submission on the neck.
He's not only got the neck bent, but he's got those shoulders bent back. All kind of pain and anguish. Lee, though, able to find that rope. And Kincaid's got to break this hold now. Both men are exhausted.
With the pain etched on the face of Lee Moriarty. And Jason Kincaid clutching that arm. it may come down to just who wants it more.
Well, that's exactly what this is going to come down to right here, right now. Which one of these guys wants the victory more? Which one of these guys wants to prove that they are going to stand tall at the end of this match?
God.
Kincaid setting him up here, looks like for a pile driver.
Kincaid rolls through, as does Moriarty. Shoulders down. Leverage maneuver from Kincaid. Unbelievable. What a matchup. What an effort. And what a fight.
Both men literally on the same page, going for the same maneuvers. My God, this is one hell of a matchup we're seeing here tonight. Jim, like we said before, this match is everything that was advertised and a hell of a lot more.
I believe that Lee Moriarty may be very well living up to the international test that was put in front of him.
Well, I'm going to say it right here and right now. Win, lose, or draw, Lee Moriarty has proven himself tonight.
I don't know if these two are going to answer the count, Paul. They've been going at it.
They're both down. They're both out of it. Referee's up to, wait a minute, double pin.
And that pinfall predicament is actually what broke the 10 count.
Yeah.
This matchup has been so unique, Paul. We've had the privilege to sit here and enjoy these two athletes blending every style. Truly a hybrid sport is professional wrestling.
Sure, I've been doing this for 30 years, Jim. I've seen every type of match imaginable. And I will tell you what, this is probably the greatest match I've ever seen in my career to date.
Kincaid is psyching himself up. As we said, Kincaid's not going to allow Moriarty to propel his own career at Kincaid's expense.
Well, like I said before, win, lose, or draw, Moriarty has more than proven himself here tonight.
Diamond Dust DDT off the ropes.
Got that pile driver that time.
Moriarty's spine compressed, but he got his shoulder up, immediately clutching the neck. But Moriarty fought through the pain to get that shoulder up.
This is amazing what we're witnessing here tonight. True history in the making.
Baldwin, Pennsylvania is being introduced to Ryse Pro Wrestling very properly here. And I believe Kincaid could be going for a home run swing.
He has to at this point. He's laid it all on the line, and Moriarty has come back each and every time. Kincaid's got to dig way down deep to come up with something here, but Moriarty caught him.
Kincaid was willing to take the risk because that's what you have to do when you have high-level competition like this right here.
Sure, at this point, they've both given everything they've had. All their maneuvers, all their moves. And both men still standing here battling it out.
Oh, man, Moriarty bending the appendages of Jason Kincaid.
Kincaid doing everything he can to get out of that, including using his head as a battering ram.
What agility from Moriarty. Look out! Kincaid goes crashing to the canvas.
Kincaid, he's out on the floor. Moriarty's down in the ring. Both of these guys have given everything they have here tonight.
This is professional wrestling, ladies and gentlemen.
This is Ryse Wrestling, ladies and gentlemen.
You're damn right, Paul.
Lee's setting him up here. Look out.
Oh, jeez. Wait,
He caught him.
Caught him and just dropped him on the floor.
Unbelievable. Kincaid now digging deep, trying to fight back, trying to do everything he can to neutralize Moriarty.
You can see the pain, the exhaustion etched on their face. And again, Kincaid is willing to take a chance.
He's not just going to the top of the turnbuckle. He's on top of the post. Unbelievable balance.
Moriarty, no water in the pool for Kincaid. Oh, right on the point of the jaw.
And here comes Lee roaring back again. And He still cannot pin Kincaid.
Tiger driver.
He got him.
Do it.
Unbelievable matchup.
Moriarty.
Ladies and gentlemen, Ryse Wrestling has just made history with this incredible matchup. Jason Kincaid and Lee Moriarty. And Lee Moriarty has got to be on that international level now.
Passion. Dedication. And a hell of a lot of damn ability. We just witnessed two very special athletes empty the tank for Ryse Pro Wrestling.
They have given everything they had and more. An incredible matchup. Moriarty gets the victory, but both these men are the heroes tonight.
And damn, I want to see Jason Kincaid back in a Ryse ring as well. If management is booking the rematch, I want to see it. Hell of an effort from Kincaid and Moriarty.